Hi, good morning, my diabetes world. Well, we're up and out there. Today I'd like to talk about the Somogyi effect. Somogyi. So stay tuned. We'll be right back and we'll get going on this topic. The Somogyi effect is a rebound. And a lot of just the same as the dawn phenomenon, don't believe this is real. I think it's getting to be more evidence that is showing that it is real. So, what we need to take a look at today is what is it and what does it have to do? Well, first of all, it's not another word for just dawn phenomenon. This, your body releases hormones because you're under stress, and you can be under stress from low blood sugars, and your body has a mechanism that falls into place, and if you've had a low, you go super high. Now that can be confused. In the mornings you could go super high and it could be the dawn effect. So how are you going to know the difference? Well, if your blood sugar, when you get up at 4 or 3 in the morning to do your quick test, is showing below your average and it's heading down, well, then you probably have the Somogyi effect or rebounding. And then your body says, oh no, we're low. We've got to protect the brain. So they send all their sugar resources into your bloodstream, which raises your blood sugar. Now, this one needs a little bit more treatment than dawn phenomenon because your body gets up and gets used to it, and a lot of times you can fight it back. This is, you're gonna usually have to end up fighting with a bit more insulin. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of times, if my blood sugar is lower, I can have, or not lower, but in the normal ranges, I could have a great day, blood blood sugar wise. But if it isn't, then I'm all out. I'm out to lunch. So something my doctor did, and again, I am not a doctor. I am not a CDE, certified diabetic educator. But we gave me, my blood sugar was over 14 or something. I got a certain amount of insulin, and that seemed to lower everything. So, speak over your doc. You've got to. Good morning. You've got to start planning for these. Nothing's worse than sitting there and going, "Oh, I'm super high. What am I gonna do?" And then racing around in an emergency state. Planning works great. But so often we worry, and it's your body trying to save your soul. So you don't want to give a huge amount of correction. because you're just going to send yourself into the low. And that's bad. I think, for me personally, Somogyi and the dawn effect, if it wasn't one, it was the other type thing. Or I think they both work. And once that goes on, then you're gonna end up having a high blood sugar. So again, it's the same sort of thing, except in reverse. Then the dawn phenomenon. You want to have a bit more carbs for your evening snack. Now, a lot of this works because there's been testing on it. Now, there's things to make sure you don't go low in the evening, and that is cornstarch. However, it can't be cooked cornstarch. It has to be raw, and your body takes longer to digest that, and it keeps your blood sugar up. Now, over the years, I had a few little successes with this. Personally, I added it to yogurt. And there's some other recipes out there but you do have to remember that you have to have it raw. Once it starts cooking, then it's a done deal. It won't help. So make sure that you are always having raw. I don't, and you can look on sites to tell you how much you should take. But have a little bit more carbs in the evening. But before you start doing this, one, come up with a plan with your doctor. Two, you may have to eat some carbs before bed. And in our society nowadays, carbs have become a nasty word. But I think I mean people without diabetes and people with diabetes, need to have carbs. We need to learn to digest them. But everyone's so concerned with weight nowadays. Oh, I can't have carbs. Oh, I can't have carbs. Well, sometimes carbs are needed. And I'm not talking you eat a whole box of cookies. Maybe 2 or 3 graham crackers. So, we have to maintain a happy medium. And people need to be aware, and before you say, clicking in and saying, oh yeah, that's me, I have a high blood sugar. Well, you need to know whether it's dawn or whether it's Somogyi effect. And the difference is when you do your morning blood test and you find your blood sugars are happy, great. But in the morning you're high, that's the dawn phenomenon. If you test and your blood sugars are going low, then that's the Somogyi effect. You're rebounding. Your body's letting all this sugar by hormones, whatever it takes, to save the brain. Now, I always believed, and I don't know how accurate this is, that you won't die from a low blood sugar. You may have damage to the brain, but you won't have low. Now, if you're not correcting these lows or at these highs, you have a risk of messing around with your A1C, and this is going to cause you trouble. So, think about it. If you see any signs that you're coming down with anything, then you need to be aware and speak to your doctor. It should be a team effort, and if you're not happy with your doctor, then go and do it. Go and do it. Go and find a new one. Now, so often, I was for years I did it all myself, and it wasn't a good outcome. I would get up, take my insulin, go to work. After lunch, I could take some more. I wasn't even testing, and I ended up in the hospital a few times. But you have to be certain that everything you're doing is okay. So check it with your doctor, come up with a game plan. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye. Have you ever felt out of place? Being a type 1 diabetic? Well, that's what we're going to discuss today. And good morning, Mike's Diabetes World. Oops, bumpy spots. We'll be right back. So, all through my life as a diabetic, I have been, oh, well, you're a diabetic. Busy, Nico. And it's hard sometimes. You want to go out and you want to party all night, and oh yeah, and then I can get up and go to work. Well, first of all, that's not great for anyone. And I'm not talking as a father figure. I'm just telling you the straight facts. No one should be doing that in the first place. You need to be aware, take care of your body, and it will be good to you. So, I think I mentioned this before, but I think an awful lot of diabetics feel that this is sort of the final blow. Oh, I'm not going to have any friends because I can't go out partying every Friday. Well, you can go out occasionally, but you need to plan ahead. Come on, Nico, sorry. And if you don't plan ahead, that's when you're going to have problems. Now, a lot of times your blood sugars will go up and they'll go down for no apparent reason. So you have to know your pattern, and you sometimes will need to do a blood sugar, or you may have to take a shot or type into your pump. The best thing is do what you need to do. Don't try to hide things, because when you hide things, things get worse. Now, there have been times, and I don't believe it's so much now, but I was turned down for promotions, or sometimes I wasn't ready for the job, but I was also turned because I was diabetic. Oh, he's a diabetic. Oh no, you have to be quiet. You know he is a diabetic. Ooh. And you gotta be careful. If that is happening to you, go speak to your HR. You also have to prove by your actions. And if your actions aren't, if you're leaning on your diabetes just for the sake of it, that's a weird thing, then you're just going to always have these problems. Oh, well, I was a low blood sugar. Oh, well, then, oh, this and oh, that. But you have to always be aware and take care, because this is the only body you have. And did I do everything right all the time? No. But sometimes you have to. It's pure and simple. If you don't, then you're going to have to live with things. Now,